What if you could turn messy retail data into a clean, interactive dashboard in just a few minutes, without VBA? Click one slicer, and every chart and KPI updates instantly. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to build a fully dynamic retail store dashboard in Excel. Okay, let's get started. Here's the retail sales dataset we'll be working with. Before we build anything, we need to set up our foundation properly because a strong dashboard always starts with clean, structured data. First, press Ctrl + A to select the entire dataset. Now press Ctrl + T to convert this range into an official Excel table. Make sure My Table as Headers is checked, then click OK. This step is extremely important. Next, go to the Table Design tab, and in the Table Name box, rename it to Retail Data. Structured tables make your dashboard dynamic. If you add new sales records tomorrow, every pivot table and chart connected to this table can update automatically. Before we create anything, we need a clean presentation area. At the bottom of Excel, click the plus icon to add a new worksheet. Rename the sheet to Dashboard. Now go to the View tab and uncheck Grid Lines. This gives us a clean canvas, because professional dashboards should never look like raw spreadsheets. Now let's build our first business insight, Revenue by Category. Go to the Insert tab, click Pivot Table. In the dialog box, confirm the table range shows Retail Data. Choose New Worksheet, and click OK. Excel creates a blank pivot table layout. Immediately rename this new sheet to Pivot Table. On the right side, you'll see the Pivot Table Fields panel. Drag Category into the Rows area, and Total Sales into the Values area. Instantly, Excel summarizes revenue by category. Format the numbers professionally. Right-click any number in the Total Sales column. Select Value Field Settings. Go to Number Format. Choose Currency, select your currency symbol, set decimal places to 0, and click OK. Click anywhere inside the pivot table. Go to Pivot Table Analyze, then Pivot Chart. Choose Pie Chart, and click OK. Now let's polish it. Go to Pivot Table Analyze, Field Buttons, and hide all. Then, change the chart title to Sales by Category. Click the chart elements, remove legend, and add data labels. Right-click the data series, format data series, and set the whole size to 50%. Just the font color. Insert another pivot table. Just copy the first pivot table and paste it into a blank space. This time, drag State into the Rows area, and Total Sales into the Values area. Instantly, Excel organizes revenue by state. Click anywhere inside the pivot table. Go to Pivot Table Analyze tab, then Pivot Chart, and choose Clustered Column Chart. Click OK. Now you don't just have numbers, you have a visual comparison. And visuals drive decisions. A good dashboard isn't just accurate, it's clean. Go to Analyze, Field Buttons, and hide all. This removes unnecessary clutter from the chart. Now refine it further, change the chart title to Sales by State. Click the chart elements, remove grid lines, legend, vertical axis, and add data labels. Insert another pivot for our next chart. This time drag Order Date into Rows, and keep Total Sales into Values. Now insert a bar chart. Hide all buttons. Remove grid line, legend, horizontal axis, and add data labels. Change the title to Sales by Month. Now I want to show my top 5 products visually. Insert one more chart. Product to Rows, and Total Sales to Values. Right-click any values, and sort largest to smallest. Apply a top 5 filter, click the drop-down on Product, Value Filters, and select Top 10. In the pop-up, change Top 10 to Top 5. Make sure it says Items by Sum of Total Sales, and click OK. Go to Insert, then insert a column chart. Now our chart shows only your top 5 best-selling products at a glance. Remove unnecessary grid lines, legends. Add data labels for clarity. Rename the chart title to Top 5 Products. Hide all field buttons, and remove vertical axis. Now hold Ctrl and select all the charts. Press Ctrl plus X to cut the chart. Go to the dashboard sheet and paste it. Hold Alt while resizing to snap perfectly to grid lines. Add legend as sales by category chart. Right-click, Format Legend, and place it to bottom. Now let's build the KPI section. Go to Insert, Shapes, and choose Rectangle. Draw the rectangle. Hold Alt while resizing so it aligns perfectly with grid lines. Now format it, change Shape Fill Color, and set Outline to No Outline. Inside the shape, type Total Sales. Change the font family, make it bold, larger font, and center aligned. Link KPI to Pivot Total. Now go to the Pivot Table sheet. Find the grand total value for total sales. Click the empty cell next to it. Type equals, then click the grand total cell. Press Enter. Format this number as currency. Let's display KPI value on dashboard. Go back to the dashboard sheet. Insert a text box. Remove, fill, and outline. Now click the text box. Go to the formula bar. Type equals, then click the linked total cell from the pivot sheet. Press Enter. Now the KPI value appears dynamically. Increase font size, make it bold, change font color, and align center. Now your first KPI card looks professional. Let's save time and keep everything consistent. Instead of rebuilding each card from scratch, we'll duplicate it. Select the entire KPI, both the rectangle shape and the value text box. Now hold Ctrl plus Shift and drag to the right. This creates a perfectly aligned duplicate while keeping spacing consistent. Now update the titles to total orders, total units sold, and average order value. We'll link each card to its own dynamic calculation in a moment. To make these KPIs fully dynamic and slicer connected, we'll calculate them using pivot tables. Go back to the pivot table sheet. Copy your first pivot table. Paste it into an empty area below. Now adjust the fields, remove category from rows. Drag only units sold into the values area. Excel will now calculate the total quantity sold. This pivot will power your total units sold KPI. Insert another new pivot table. Now drag Order ID into the values area. By default, Excel may show some of Order ID. We don't want that. Right-click the value, then Value Field Settings, choose Count, and click OK. Now it counts total orders correctly. This pivot powers the total orders KPI. Insert one more pivot table. Drag Total Sales into the values area. Right-click the value, go to Value Field Settings, and select Average. Then click Number Format, Currency, 0 decimal places, and OK. Now this pivot calculates the average revenue per order. Now we connect everything. In the pivot sheet, click the empty cell next to each KPI result. Type equals, then click the pivot value cell, press Enter. Repeat this for all 3 KPI values. This creates clean reference cells. Now go back to the dashboard sheet. Click the KPI text box. Go to the formula bar. Type equals, then select the link values cell from the pivot sheet. Press Enter. Repeat for each KPI card. Now every KPI updates automatically when slicers or filters change. Let's add slicers. Go to Pivot Sheet and click on any pivot table. Go to Pivot Table Analyze, then Insert Slicer. From the list, select Store, Sales Rep, and Payment Method. Then click OK. Excel will instantly generate slicer buttons for each field. Select all slicers. Press Ctrl+X to cut. Go to the dashboard sheet and paste them at the top. Right now, each slicer only controls one pivot table. We need them to control everything. Right-click on a slicer. Choose Report Connections. Check all pivot tables in the list. Click OK. Repeat for each slicer. Now when you click any filter, every chart and KPI updates instantly. Click on any slicer. Go to the Slicer tab, choose a style that matches your dashboard theme. If you want something unique, right-click on any slicer style, choose Duplicate. Now you can rename your custom style. Here you can change the font family, adjust font size, modify button colors, and remove borders. For a clean look, I usually use a modern font. Keep colors consistent with the dashboard theme. Adjust the number of columns to match your dashboard layout. Repeat it for each slicer. And that's it. If this video helped you, like this video, share it with someone learning Excel, and subscribe to Easy Click Learning. See you in the next video.